Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
We are reading Shri Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse number 83. O Radhe, O granddaughter, the time has come for your worship of the Sun God. Where are you? Will these angry words of Mukara sound like nectar to me and make me happy? O Radhe, O granddaughter, the time has come for your worship of the Sun God. Where are you? Will these angry words of Mukara sound like nectar to me and make me happy? Some peace will be found even if the beloved deity does not directly reveal herself in visions, dreams, or smarana. It is to be desired that one becomes very anxious out of want for direct attainment of the beloved deity. Some peace will be found even if the beloved deity does not directly reveal herself in visions, dreams, or smarana. It is to be desired that one becomes very anxious out of want for direct attainment of the beloved deity. In order to keep this eagerness alive, the beloved deity does not show herself so easily and so quickly to the loving devotee. When sadhana bhakti becomes filled with eagerness for Ishtadev, it culminates into prema. Just as it is true that we get whatever we are really eager for, similarly, it is true that we cannot relish something before we become eager for it, even if we have already obtained it. When sadhana bhakti becomes filled with eagerness for Ishtadev, it culminates into prema. Just as it is true that we get whatever we are really eager for, similarly, it is true that we cannot relish something before we become eager for it, even if we have already obtained it. The heart of the aspirant must be filled with eagerness, for eagerness is the very heart of devotion. Without a feeling of eagerness, there will be no taste for bhajan, and without taste, bhajan is dead, or just like dead. A man has no great thirst after a glass of cold water in the winter, only in the hot summer. Similarly, we have collected so many nectarian books, and we may have been initiated into such nectarian and ecstatic mantras. But if there is no taste for these things within us, they will not appear very nice to us.
Underline.
So the heart of the aspirant must be filled with eagerness, for eagerness is the very heart of devotion. Without a feeling of eagerness, there will be no taste for bhajan. And without taste, bhajan is dead, or just like dead. A man has no great thirst after a glass of cold water in the winter, only in the hot summer. Similarly, we may have collected so many nectarian books, and we may have been initiated into such nectarian and ecstatic mantras. But if there is no taste for these things within us, they will not appear very nice to us. The example of devotional eagerness and anxiety that Sriman Mahaprabhu, the descension of God who sanctifies the age of Kali, has given in his Gambhira Lila at Puri, stands before the aspirants like a mountain, even today. His example will always remain the life force of the aspirant devotees, helping them to also become so greatly eager. By Sriman Mahaprabhu's grace, some of this great anxiety was also infused into Srila Raghunadas Goswami. The beloved deity stays at a distance and relishes the view of his devotees' eagerness behind the screen. Sometimes he or she gives the devotee a view of herself. How vivid was the vision of Anuragi Lila Shuka. Later the Lord revealed himself to him and said, I am with you, and I have heard all your anxious crying for me. All these visions will bring the aspirant forwards and will gradually bring him to the level of specific experiences. The aspirant's target should be the activities of the acharyas.
What is the specific arrangement? My manner. What relation I want to be.
All these visions will bring the aspirant forwards and will gradually bring him to the level of specific experiences.
Specific means somebody like motherly love, somebody like friendly love, somebody like conjugal love, somebody like to live in passive relation, somebody like to be active. Depend upon the person to person, which type of relation they are interested in. That's his question. That Jiva don't want to change her mood or his mood. If he's in passive relation, he's not interested to. He wants to neutral relation. Somebody is in motherly relation. Some time cover with that, but again he wants to go there. Somebody is in friendly, again he wants to become friend. He covered with himself with condition, again he wants to see that. Somebody loves Radhika more than Krishna, then they want to see the conjugal of Radha and Krishna. Somebody like to only Krishna, God relation, then he wants to be a friend of Radhika. We want to direct relation with him. This type of relation is a specific relation. It's specific. When this comes, then your stage of progress of spirituality, it grows. Before, this is the practice to reach there. That will be sadhak there. And then slowly, he's so interested that you want to make relation spiritual, will become in your spiritual form. Without sadhak practice, in outside practice, it's not going. The nature comes with this way. Wow. Again you have to repeat this whole thing to understand. Go.
Now or?
No, first read complete this.
All these visions will bring the aspirant forward.
Yes, you can see it. Then you can feel it. You can see it. Yeah?
All these visions will bring the aspirant forwards.
Forward.
And will gradually bring him to the level of specific experiences.
Last word.
The aspirant's target should be the activities of the acharyas.
Yes. Target of activities should be Mahajan Gata Supanta. How the higher realized soul do that way that. Now again read.
From beginning.
Yeah. This is very serious. If you want to fix this first relation. Yeah. And check where you are standing. It's difficult if you're standing someplace, it's very good to stay there. But you have to know what is my position of place. If not, then try to do that. Yes.
Some peace will be found even if the beloved deity does not directly reveal herself. Some peace will be found in visions, dreams, or smarana. It is to be desired that one becomes very anxious out of want for direct attainment of the beloved deity, in order to keep this eagerness alive, the beloved deity does not show herself so easily and so quickly to the loving devotee.
Eagerness, underlining her. Eagerness has to come. Greed has to come. If eagerness is not there, progress will not there. Again, repeat.
It is to be desired that one becomes very anxious out of want for direct attainment of the beloved deity. In order to keep this eagerness alive, the beloved deity does not show herself so easily and so quickly to the loving devotee. When sadhana bhakti becomes filled with eagerness for the deity, for Ishtade, it culminates.
Sadhana bhakti means routine work. Every day, same practice to make. That's to purify the foundation, make the strong foundation to develop my life. What I do with fix myself, I will do it. To change my old habit in new habit. This is the foundation, not a place to live, but is a foundation, is a base. You have to make the foundation strong to build the flats. Right architect. So this is the foundation. To change your old habit in new habit.
When sadhana bhakti becomes filled with eagerness for...
And in sadhana bhakti, eagerness is there. I'm doing this for some greed, to give my love to you, to serve you. No other desire, no any material. Only your love and my faith on you. I don't know to love. I know why to love you, but I want to love. I want to be close with you. Yeah.
When sadhana bhakti becomes filled with eagerness for Ishtade, it culminates into prema.
Yeah. Eagerness will come, prema will come. This is the reason of sadhana bhakti to come to the prema. And still I am in the sadhana bhakti, prema not coming, the behind reason, eagerness not come in my life. Practice.
Just as it is true that we get whatever we are really eager for.
Yeah. You see, what is eager, I get it. I try for that. What I need, I try to get it any circumstances because my eagerness to get it. Material. I do it, I give time for that. No? Because I'm eager. So in sadhan bhakti, if eagerness is there, it will bring you to prema after life.
Yes, yes.
With this word. Yeah.
Just as it is true that we get whatever we are really eager for.
Yeah. We all get what I'm eager. Right? We get it, what I'm eager.
It's slow. More slow enough. If you make it strong.
It's the server. Yeah.
Just as it is true that we get whatever we are really eager for.
Yeah.
Similarly, it is true that we cannot relish something before we become eager for it.
Yeah. You cannot relish something if you are not eager.
We cannot relish something before we become eager for it, even if we have already obtained it. The heart of the aspirant
I
must
attend everything. I am living in Vrindavan. I am staying with Radha. But if I am not eager with him, prema will not come. And sadhan bhakti is not doing, prema will not come. Something to do with the sadhan bhakti is service. Devotion. Because I am doing. Nobody can sit without doing. But my sadhan is something what is not useless, no useful for him. But I am doing, I am busy for that. But I have no time to do some sadhana bhakti, to develop my eagerness, and when eagerness will come, then prema will come. The gift of blessing is eagerness. And that's a mercy. Eagerness is a mercy. Because my eagerness is in the material world, is no mercy. But this eagerness come for your service and love, that is mercy of you. That you move me in this direction. A special gift of previous life sukriti. Or not sukriti. Previous life I have no sukriti. It's not a realization coming from that. It's depends upon how much I have a previous sukriti. Some had a sukriti, they listen one time, the effect comes to them. And one is no sukriti, they listen every day but no effect comes to them. They say, the scripture say, lava matra. One frequent of the time, minute, so siddhi hoy, all perfection can happen. When I listen and I try to practice in my life. result will start coming. That is the perfection. I will be perfect to grow more. Eagerness comes, and why I greedy like a greedy there. Second thing will come, prema, is also mercy come, not by effort. Who can do effort for love? But something will happen that love will come to you. You don't know how it comes. That's a mercy. Mercy means without doing no effort. Mercy know that I do effort, then you give me something. What mercy is it? Without doing nothing, you give me something. What I never asked you. That's a mercy. I never tried for that. You give me eagerness. I do sadhana bhakti only. Why you give me eagerness? I am a little eager to you, then why you give me shrema? Why you give love to me? This is your mercy you give me. Before I was empty without love. Now something you give that I feel that closeness with you. And when this will come, this can come in 1 second, 1 day, 1 year, 10 years, and 1 life.
We are singing every day, Gurudev, Nahi Sukriti Lavale.
No, never Sukriti. And no Sukriti Lavale, what you do? Sri Vrindavan and Jugal Bhajan. First you give to Sri Vrindavan. This is your special gift that you not give, you bring me here. And not only bring here, you show me what is Sri Vrindavan. Sri means Kishori, Radhika. This is the Sri Vrindavan, this is the place of Lord Krishna. This is the only place who God not control. Out of control of Him. This is the control of Sri. This Vrindavan is the only place in the universe who is in control of Sri. You see, Rajamuni? Free of coronavirus. You see? So many temples are closed. But honestly, no temple is closed. They lock the gate, but all the worship with their devotees is going normal. What they close? They close the gate. Main gate. They cannot close their service. When we will close in Western world, we will close the temple and all that activities. Maybe some days we have a holiday. But here, Vrindavan, it is a sweet place. Nobody can close. It will go on and on. They will close to receive the people, but nobody will close the activity inside what is going on every day. It's not we are doing. You go and see every place. What is this? This is the place of Sri Vrindavan. It cannot happen like this. They close the church. What is meaning? They all worship all this program there. No. They can outside get closed, but inside has to go on. Nothing closed. Service is never closed. That is the secret. Because this is not a God place. If God has to come, He has to change His form to come, then they are ready to accept Him. If He come in the form of Narayan, they will say, okay, go to Rangi temple, stay there. We are not recognized here. We are not interested with you. You see, here my Radha Mohan is not Dwarakadhish and Supreme Lord and this and that. Bihari Ji, Sri Sri Exhort, Bhagavan, Lord and this, that, nothing. Radha Raman, Radha Vallabh, like you and me, you are also there. It's not that you are a special something. Radha Vallabh, Radha Raman, Are, say, Thakur Radha Mohan, Thakur this, Are, it's too long to say. Radha Mohan, Radha Vallabh, Radha Raman, like me I talk with. More respect. Like this. This only lover can say. Sri Kishori friends can say these things. Kishori friend can say. Kishori friends can say. Once Radha. Kishori's dasis can say this. So Sri Vrindavan, all they give jugal, not Krishna bhajan, Vishnu bhajan, Narayan bhajan. Here my Guru said, what did Jugala bhajan? Radha's Krishna. Sri Vrindavan. Jugala bhajan. Jugal means Radha's Krishna bhajan. Radha's Krishna. This Jugal. Who is first? Radha Rani is the first here. And that Jugal. Her lover, this lover's bhajan. Sri Vrindavan Jugala bhajan. Mohe karal upadesh. Straight. When I have no sukriti, no qualification, covered with all material things, that moment, when I pray to him, he says, okay, I give you this bhajan of Guru Vandana is very, very beautiful if you understand. Mohe karal upadesh. Not only this, one thing more he did. Nirmala Gaura, Prema Rasa Sinchana. He is praying with the love of the Gaura. He is praying. Nirmala Gaura, Prema Rasa. Sinchana means it's praying like you gardening. Sinchana. What? It's prayers with that love of Mora out and in and out. Ural Savaman asks, what we want more. See that? This is the essence of life. Essence of life. For that, we need sadhana bhakti with greed, and when the greed comes, then prema comes. When prema comes, love comes, then how, which way I love you? Might come in this way. How I love you. You are my daughter, I am your son, I am your friend. What relation I have with you? And then I want to connect with my spiritual body with you, with this relation. That I practice out and in sadhana bhakti, in prema, with behavior. What sadhana bhakti? To change In prema bhakti is the sadhana. First I change my old habit and then I want to change in prema bhakti my sadhana. Sadhana will never stop because service will never stop. But sadhana will not sadhana only, it will be prema, love in action. Then sadhana was in beginning, now is love in action. All I do, but in different mode. In madness, in love I do. Under no pressure. I like to do. If I don't do, I feel not comfortable. I don't know why. I not see you, I not feel comfortable. If I cannot see you, you see me and give the reason that I can also see you. Many talks will start, many sharing will start, and what you ask, we answer for that. So, tomorrow, this not finished. One thing, one phone is coming. Madhukar say, from Sunday, he wants to give class from 9 to 10 or something.
10, 11.
10 to 11. And if somebody want to learn, he want to share his classes in Hindi to in Raga. He's a very good musician. Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda